again, this is the Craps Coach. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Thanks for joining in today. I've got a video. I'm going to talk exclusively about pressing the 6 or the 8. I'm going to use the example of the 8 in this video. This will be under Craps strategy because I'll talk a little bit about a strategy and also kind of Craps basics so you understand the press. I know I've done some previous videos, but we're going to get a little bit more in depth into this and a little bit more specific. So before and as always I get started, please make sure you smash that like button and make sure you subscribe. That way you know when we put out some new content. So thanks for joining in. This is going to be about pressing the 6 or the 8. So what I got up here, I'm going to talk mostly about the 8. I'm going to use this example. This is here for kind of demonstration purposes of the different things. So the word press. The word press implies a full press, meaning if you have 6 down, you're going to go up to 12, essentially doubling your bet with your winnings. I will talk and we'll do another video about a single press or up a single unit. That's different, but if the dealer ever if you got 6 down and you win 7 and you say press, he's going to press it all. Same thing if you've got 12 down, you win 14, you say press, he's going to go up to 24. So quite briefly, the increments: 6 would be the base bet, 1 unit at a $5 table. 6 would go up to 12, that'd be a full press or a press. 12 would go to 24, 24 would go to 48, 48 would go to 96. Essentially the full press. As you can see, when you're at 6 and you only win 7, this is really the only place you can go is up to 12. I will talk in another video about once you're starting here at 12 and you're winning multiple units of 6, that you can decide whether you want to go up a full press or press it, or if you want to go up 1 unit, however that. So that will be for a later time. But let's first start talking about the press and starting with the base bet of just 6. So obviously when 1 unit, if the 8 shows, you get you win 7. So the dealer is going to put down the 7 and you're going to say press. So what he does is he takes this chip, which is often referred to as the cap on your bet. He's going to hand that back to you. He's going to put that, and he's going to make your $6 8 look like $12, and you're going to get 1 back. You've made 1 profit. So you've gone from here to here. The cap went from 1 chip. Now the cap is up to 2 chips. So now you're at 2 units of 6. So for this bet, if an 8 rolls, you're going to get 14. $12 plays 14. Again, he's going to take the cap. He's going to hand that back to you. He's going to take the remaining and he's going to put it up there, and he's going to put now the cap back here. So this is 24. So 6 to 12 to 24. Just we're doubling it. You can see if we get beyond 5 doubles, it goes up exponentially. So for this bet, again, you got 2 back as far as that. You won 14. Because you were paid 14, you could have done a single press. But again, that's for another video. This is just talking about presses, full presses. So now you're sitting here at 24. And so if you were to roll an 8, and by the way, this could be, where you start. You could start here at 6. You could start here at 12, or you could start here at 24, or some combination in between. We're just starting here at 12 or 6, 12, 24, 48, 96, and we'll just start there. I'm going to talk about some other combinations here a little bit later. So again, for a $24, 24 wins you 28. You'll get back 1 green and 3, 28. Again, the dealer will take the cap, which is 4, and he's going to stack that all on top of here, and that becomes the cap. So now we're at 48. 25, 35, 45, and 3 is 48. Again, you'll notice the cap is usually for 4. Now we doubled it. Now the cap went up to 8 right here as an example. So now we've gone 1 hit, 2 hit, 3 hit, and we're at a $48.08. So if 48 were to hit, you would get 56 would be your winnings. And so the dealer, there's your winnings. And if you do a press, he's going to take the cap. I'm going to put it right back here, and he's going to make all this, and you're going to be up to 96 at this point. So let me put that there. So interesting thing here, he's handing you back 8 at this point. So you can see that we do have a unit or multiple of 6 within there. So you could have gone even a little higher than 96 if you wanted to. But that's kind of just the traditional constantly doubling it, going from 24 to 48, 48 to 96. And then obviously the one beyond this, if you did a full press, is 96 would go up to 192. That's a pretty hefty bet as far as there. And again, you can see the cap went to 16. So if the cap was 8 here, then the cap went to 16. So I just say that because that's kind of what the dealer's going to be handing you back, and he's going to take all your winnings and add it on to there. And you can see then there's multiples of 6 in with there. And then at, what am I at here? I'm at 96. Again, this bet now pays 112. Again, I'm not going to go beyond that. It would just hand you the cap back, and he would put all this, and you would be up to 190. You would be up to 192 in that case. So now the cap would be, if it's 16 here, it'd be 32 there. So that's kind of the quick press of the 6, basically doubling 6 to 12 to 24 to 48 to 96. And again, you can keep going. You could keep going on and on and on if you choose, but that's just a quick showing you what's going on. And you'll notice again, so here's what you got back with the full press. You got 4, but at some point you're getting back more than 6, so you could actually go up another unit. If this is 48, you could make it look like 54, which is the next unit beyond that, as far as that goes. So again, to start here and to make your way up to here, it would require a 1 hit, you would be here. 2nd hit, you would be here. 3rd hit, you would be here. 4th hit, you would be here. So again, the likelihood of 4 8s in a shooter's roll is actually probably not as great as you would think. So one of the strategies I'll now introduce would be just starting with a base bet, and then how to make it go up. So in this strategy, if you will, I've often heard it 3 hits to glory, something along those lines, 3 hits to paradise, because we're starting a lot higher. We're starting at 30, and so 30 would pay 35. So 1 green, 1 red. The red is the cap. You would win this if you did a press 30 to 60. Normally we would just go right here and we're at 60, but notice I've got 5 down. So if you took $1 out of your rack and put it in there, you could actually go up to 66. So we're taking a little bit of advantage of putting a little bit, well, $1 more of our money into this, and now we're at 66. So this is 6 units at 66. So now 1 hit, I'm up to 66. And if you got a 2nd hit, 11 units, 11 times 7 is 77, you'd win 77. So in this case, what you could do if you doubled it, 66, you would go up to 132, would be doubling it. 100, 130, 132, and you'd get back, is that right? 130, 130, 132. And in this case, if, for example, if you were to just invest $7 more into this bet, so now instead of sitting here at 132, 8, you could then push this up. Here, let me just put all these. You would then be at 150. So there's one black. 25, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That. So you could then go to 150. So in this case, we started at 30. The second hit, we went up to 50, 60, 66. And then at that hit, we went up to, yeah, because we won 77, and then we arrived at 150. So quite a few, you start in here. First hit, you're here. Second hit, you're here. Now, 150 would pay you 175. So then at this point, you know, that's 3 hits. Your $30 that you started with, that was your initial investment, $30. Then you invested $1. Then you invested $7. And you're at this point here where 150 wins you 175, and then you could think about starting all over again, regress back down to, we'll get red for this, starting back down to 30 and just kind of run it all over again. And you're you know, at what's that, 280, 90, 295, and just kind of 3 hits. It's quite aggressive for risking 30, 31, well here, 25. Let me just realize this off camera. For risking 25, 30, 35, 36, 37, 38, $38. Again, it requires 3 hits, and you could win big on that one. So that's just a quick strategy, if you will, as far as pressing and the different ways that you can do that. So, all right. Again, told you this would be kind of a short video. As always, appreciate you kind of joining in today. Make sure you leave a comment. Make sure you smash that like button, and make sure you subscribe so you know when we drop our latest content. So appreciate you watching. We'll see you on the next video.